Welcome back. With the Panchayat polls scheduled in the next month, there are demands that the entire election process be transparent. Council for Social Peace and Justice and some other like-minded people are crying foul over the process being followed. They say that despite writing to both the past as well as the present government, their demand to keep the delimitation process open for public opinion has not been accepted.
Executive Director of Council for Social Justice and Peace, Father Maverick Fernandez, along with other like-minded people, met the Director of Panchayat on Thursday. They say that the entire process of delimitation should have been kept open for public suggestions and objections.
We had spoken about when the delimitation of the wards take place, to keep it open for people for public scrutiny, to raise objections, provide suggestions. Nothing of this is done. On the 31st of last month, this delimitation wards has been notified and no objection suggestions asked. We had also proposed that this whole process of the election of the panchayats, as it is done for the state government, to be handed entirely to the State Election Commission, which again will be done only now, but the state election comes into place to handle the elections only after it has been notified and submitted. Because there would have been a little more transparency, because the government bureaucracy is involved in this.
The Directorate of Panchayat has told a delegation that objections and suggestions could not be invited as the law does not have provisions to do so. He also said that the government will verify and inquire the complaints regarding the delimitations of ward.
Wherever people have come with a grievance saying that there is no contiguity maintained, then there are some houses taken from one ward and put in the other ward. So these grievances we have tried to rectify wherever it has been brought to our notice. What they say is that all the people are not aware of this because we have not invited public officials. But I have tried to explain to them that it is not there in any of our act or rules. But even then, whenever objections, suggestions have come, we have taken them.
A reporter from Panjim, Jason Suarez, with video journalist Ravindra Darvi.
Goa will get 11 crore 80 lakh rupees under the National Horticulture Mission by the Union Government. The goal of the mission is to encourage cultivation of fruits, vegetables, flowers and spices. It will also help in improving economic conditions of farmers.
5,840 crore rupees have been released to states as financial assistance under the National Horticulture Mission from 2005 to 2012. Budgetary allocation for National Horticulture Mission has been pegged at 360 crore rupees in the current financial year. 975 crore rupees was released in the last financial year. 372 districts are covered under the scheme in 17 states and union territories of Delhi, Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar Island and Puducherry. Maharashtra is allotted the highest amount of 802 crore rupees and Lakshadweep has the least amount of 93 lakh rupees. Goa has been allotted 11 crore 80 lakh rupees. The goal of the mission is to encourage cultivation of fruits, vegetables, flowers and spices. It aims at making available horticultural produce, improving economic condition of farmers and increasing exports. Central government contributes 85% of total outlay while 15% is contributed by the state governments. Bureau Report, Prudent Media.
Not a single NCP candidate was elected in the Goa Assembly election. Had NCP predicted the results? Were they aware that NCP would be politically rooted out in Goa? Was NCP satisfied with Congress as coalition partner? Was NCP satisfied with the seats allotted? It's now clear that the Congress-NCP coalition faced many big question marks before the poll, and NCP observers were fully aware of the results.
Yes, NCP had predicted party's defeat before the assembly poll. A letter was sent to the NCP chief Sharad Pawar by the NCP's Goa observer Bharati Chavan informing happenings in the state before the election. Prudent has the copy of this letter. Here are some of the points stressed by Bharati Chavan. Congress party in Goa is in total disarray. Congress leaders in Goa work for personal agenda. Leadership under Digambar Kamath is dilapidated. Kamath has gained bad name amassing wealth. Mining irregularity in Goa due to lack of leadership and governance. Vishwajit Rane is highly indisciplined and a self-oriented leader. Junior Rane is spending lot of money amassed by corrupt practices in North Goa constituencies. Churchill Alemao and Joki Alemao are ruling in South Goa. Morvin Gudino is openly flaunting that Congress would be better off without NCP. Congress leaders working against NCP, Goans are in anti-Congress mood. Hints at no coalition with Congress. Possibility that NCP could be wiped out. If Sharad Pawar had received this letter before the election, why then did Pawar opt to be mum on the issue and go ahead with the alliance? Did Pawar let it happen to save NCP's alliance in other states? Our reporter from Pedne, Vinod Mehtar.
The Scrutinization Committee of the Goa Board of Secondary and Higher Secondary Education has noticed 2 serious mistakes in the maths paper of the SSEE. One question was out of syllabus while there was error of proofreading in another question. Students would be given 7 marks to compensate for its mistakes. Board will soon conduct an inquiry and take action against persons responsible for the errors.
Seems Education Board hasn't learned from its mistakes in the past. The errors and mistakes still continue. This has been happening for almost past 3 years. This year too, SSC students faced it. This time also, it was mathematics paper.
मॅथ्साचो जो पेपर आसा एसएससीचो मॅथ्साचो पेपर तातूंत 2 कडे एक एरर असो मेळ्ळेलो आसा. एक जो आसा न्ही एक तो जो प्रूफ रिडिंगाक आसा प्रूफ रीड तेजें सारकें जालें ना म्हणून तो एक एरर आमच्या स्क्रुटनी कमिटी आहा तांणी पॉयंट आवट केला आनी दुसरो जो एरर आसा तो तांच्यांनी पॉयंट आवट केला तो आउट ऑफ सिलेबस म्हणून म्हणजे टोटल हे 7 मार्काचे हे जे मार्क्स आसात ते त्या पेपरांत भुरग्यांक ताचे बेनिफीट मेळोवंक जाय म्हणून ते आमी आमची जी एग्जिक्युटीव कमिटी आसा ताजे कडेन तो विशय वतलो. भुरग्यांचे खंयचेच बाबतींत नुकसान जावचें ना हाची आमी जतनाय घेतली. आनी जो कोण ह्या मिस्टेकीक जो कोण जबाबदार आसा ताका ताजेर इन्क्वायरी जातली आनी मागीर एप्रोप्रिएट ताजेर आमी एक्शन घेतलें. इन द पास्ट कितें जाल्लें तें हांव ताजे बद्दल हांव डिटेल्स कांय उलोवंक शकना पूण आतां कितें जी मिस्टेक जाल्या न्ही ताजेर एप्रोप्रिएट आमी एक्शन घेतलें. एग्जिक्युटीव कावन्सील ताजेर निर्णय दितली.
Our reporter from Porvari, Navdeep Agyar with video journalist Ravindra Dalvi.
Let's take a short break. Stay tuned.